what sort of unique challenges did you face in development when developing exclusively for this current generation?
Okay, well, so since it's a new game, people expect something new, better than old game. The team really focused on not to change what's been positive about the old EDF franchise, right? So they kept all the good stuff, positive stuff, original game design and so on. However, because of the new console, they try to add a better system, game design, and quality of the enemies, and also story. So you start playing game as regular people. You are not even soldier yet, but you grow up, you start getting more weapons, you get trained, you get better, so you see the progression inside of the new story. So I think that would be the biggest feature of this game.
Nice. Yeah. Speaking of the enemies, it seems there's a lot more visual cues as to when you're doing damage, and a lot more viscera this time around, a lot more gore and violence. Was that something that you had always wanted to add but just couldn't do until now?
Okay, so this in EDF 5, you're gonna be fighting against aliens for the first time, not just the insects. So in order to in order to show you're fighting with the human-shaped aliens, the gore expression was necessary. So like you can tell. They have legs and arms, and once you use the weapons, whatever you have, they're torn apart. You see the bloods and stuff, but they get the arms again. So they have very different mechanisms and design from regular EDF enemies.
Yes. Let's talk about the giant frogs. Where did the idea for the giant rocket launcher carrying frogs come from?
So actually, later on in the game, you see that aliens. It looks like more like a typical aliens that we know from Area 55. Gray, sharp aliens. That was the first idea of the alien design, but he wants to make something different. So the secondary aliens. So he asked one of the designers. His name is Mr. Igarashi, to come up with a new design and new aliens. And he spent days and nights. Every day he sketched out all different kind of aliens. Many days later, he came up with this frog idea, and he thought that's brilliant.
I 100% agree. That is brilliant. Let's talk about there's some new features for all the soldiers in this game. Now you're going to have an extra loadout slot to either add some armor or to add a vehicle. Was that something that was highly demanded? Because I know for a long time you could, if you had to pick a support class in order to be able to call weapon or vehicles down. So was that something that had been demanded by the fans?
So for instance, you can drive a car in the game. So actually in the EDF 5, in the certain level, you can pick up the pickup truck and you can jump on and drive. So that was the kind of hidden feature in the EDF 5, but at the EDF IR, they made it official. So they wanted to expand it. So now you can officially pick the car. It's actually a luxury car instead of a pickup truck. You can drive around and explore the city.
EDF has always been sort of a cult favorite, especially for me and my friends. We've always enjoyed the very arcade, frantic, action-packed experience that it delivers. What do you think it is that keeps fans coming back year after year for new iterations of EDF, and why are they such loyal fans?
See, that's an interesting question, but one thing that he can tell is that the developers, including designers, everyone in the team who's been working on this series from the first one, now they're getting older, like our age, they who grow up with arcades, used to dream about owning arcade cabinet in the game and garage garage, you know what I mean? So the same people working on the same game. I think that's becoming the game, you know, kind of carrying the same, you know, philosophy and the looks and tone, you know, the theme, you know, transferring over to you guys, and then those people that you mentioned, they still like the franchise and games.
So just kind of, you're trying to carry on the tradition of arcades into a new home console generation then? Would that be fair to say?
They really don't want to change the original concept of the game at all. So the only thing they're doing is adding the new features to support the original concept.
Beyond what we've seen so far, are there any other surprises or new enemies or creatures that fans can expect to see in EDF 5 that you can maybe give us, so, you know, drop a little hint or clue about?
So EDF 5, it's been out. It came out last year. So everyone in Japan has been playing, obviously. Of course, you can find all the footage on YouTube, and then we know the hardcore fans in your country has been watching YouTube. So I think there's no huge surprise on EDF 5. So again, just between you and me, I'm gonna tell you something secret. But before that, have you watched the new trailer? So inside the trailer, if you pay attention, you can see a little bit of the edge of the big gigantic battleship. I think that's gonna hint you. I think that's gonna be a new enemy for sure. In addition to that, have you seen the big kaiju character over there? So inside in EDF IR, there's even bigger than that. So bigger enemy than that. So look forward to, you know, see the new character.
For now, for EDF IR, it seems like you guys are trying to sort of tweak some of the mechanics to appeal to a Western audience. What kind of research has gone into IR to kind of make it a little bit different or separate it from the main EDF series?
So we are researching based off of all the feedback and comments through EDF 2, 3, 4, and 4.5, and as well as Insect Armageddon that they released before in the past. So there are quite few feedback from hardcore fans, and then they're taking seriously. They took all the feedback, applying to this IR.
Awesome. Well, I'm looking forward to getting my hands on the US version of EDF 5, and I will do my best to wait patiently for EDF IR next year.
Thank you. Thank you. EDF, EDF, EDF.